Happy Friday. Welcome to the Lazy Redhead. And if you don't know,
I am the Lazy Redhead.
Try to be a lot more sexier. In my head, it seems more sexier. Chuff it. It's going in. It's going in. I'm going to swatch these bad boys. They are cheap pencils. I love a bargain. They were 30, reduced to 15. It's not a brand I've ever heard before. It's in a really cheap local shop that we have here called The Works. And this isn't sponsored, by the way. It was just, I saw a big, the packaging looked really cool to me. I'll put you on the other camera and we'll do it together. Here we go. Action. Can you see it? Yeah, so, oh, it's not even up the right way. So they were on offer. Originally 30 down to 15. I saw it and I thought, that is nice. 120 colouring artist pencil, high quality pigments, soft lead colouring pencil suitable for all artist professionals. Colours may be shaded, layered, blended to suit your artistic style. Pencils are numbered, coloured, coded for easy recognition. So, and they're premium. And I just thought, you know what, the packaging looked really lovely. We are going to whack out the Ranger for this. We haven't had a good swatcherini in ages. Here we go. Ooh. These are really good. The packaging is just delightful. Let me see if I can... There you go, it's a bit better, isn't it? You've got these colour swatches on the top. So cute. The tin is extremely deep as well. That's like just over an inch deep. 120 pencils. Ordinarily though... Ooh, the plastic. The other thing I like to feel is the plastic, is the actual packaging. Although it bears no relevance to the product itself, but it does kind of give you a hint as to what you're going to be met with. So yeah, really delighted with that. Nice set of colours. Yeah, nice range of colours. Hang on, sniff test. I've smelt better. The pencils themselves, round barrel. They've got their number at the bottom. They've also named, so for example, they said that this was named, didn't they? Okay, so the name actually is on the tin, not on the barrel. Okay, so then this is 80, isn't it? So 80 then is here, and this is purple. Wow, inspirational. One thing I will say is just off the bat, the colour of the barrel does not match the swatch on the tin. That's one thing I can say. So if we do a quick swatchy here, oh, encouraging, very encouraging. Does it match? Okay, it's closer to the barrel than the swatch on the tin, but the tin lid is the only place with the names. On the barrel it just says Crawford and Black Premium, and then it has the number at the end with the on the barrel. But they are really nice. They are nice. Let's swatch this. I'm going to get my chair. These are non-water soluble. Do you know, like I said to you, I love a bargain. I love a bargain. Yeah, anytime I can get a bargain, the better. I'm just going to turn that upside down. Why not? Let's live. Right, so, oh, that's good. They do, if you push down on the barrel, I noticed, that's how you get them out. That's always a really good touch, a really good sign. Nothing worse, you know, than having to do that. So if you push down on the barrel, you get your pencil out. That is a really good, and you can see there, that's a good sign. I like that. I've got a lot of time for those. Attention to details, guys. Okay, so we're going to go with gold. So I'm just going to talk about the first few. Metallic is always one of those, isn't it? Goes on really nice. A Ranger sketchbook as well. One thing I will say about a Ranger sketchbook is that it has no key whatsoever. There's no texture on a Ranger sketchbook. It is so smooth. Silver then. Silver. Now, metallics are always a funny one. It's not so much I use metallics. But to be fair, lately I've been using quite a lot of metallics, you know. See if I can get it for you. Oh, you see a little bit there. Not the best in the world, but you know, they are what they are. I quite like them when they're muted and they're not so like in your face, because I can use them as another pencil, you know. Okay. nice. These are nice colours. They're going on really, really smooth. Very much, there's very little casting in that. So there's very, very little like movement in it. Very flat. I have a lot of time for that. What I'm going to do is take you off this one, reduce it to this one, play some music, and then give you my overall thoughts after we've done our swatch fest. Also, if you're sat there and wanting to swatch with me and you don't necessarily want to do it in a sketchbook or don't want to do any of that, don't worry, I've got your back. I do have swatching templates available over on my website. There is a Christmas one for free. So these are, I think, the swatching templates. There's a few of them. Okay, so, you know, just different ones. This one's probably a really good one. That one's specifically for mixing palettes, so you can create palettes. This one's probably the one I'm on about, and that is Get to Tiling. Okay, so this is a really good swatching thing, and that is actually got 140 plus 4 because I added 4, so this is a box of 120, so you'll be covered with that. Those are £2. It's more like a donation really, but ultimately if you didn't want to do that and you did want to colour in like a bougie swatch, then there is a Christmas one there for free. Okay, if you're a Patreon goer, new to Patreon, you get all access to these for free. There's one a month that's uploaded. So you've had a fair few since I started that. So yeah, just an FYI. So I'll leave you here and we'll just get to thingy with a bit of music. Take a moment, right? Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Have you? Can you? 120 pencils for £15. And even if they were full price, it would be £30. Can you even? They are soft. Okay. Can you see me? Are we ready to go? Right. Now what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to do this, right? I need a bloody clip, don't I? Here we go. Here we go. Can you see? Good. Right, so we're going to start with these two, and I'm going to use some blendage. Right, first of all, I want to see if this is snapped all the way down, and if it is, it will be our first casualty out of 120 pencils. Yep, snapped. Right? No. Good. And that is the other colour. Fantastic. Okay, we are going to take one that we love, and you'll see why in just a moment. So this is one that I love, okay? And I'm just going to do that and test this white. I don't usually use white, but I appreciate that people do like white, you know? And that might be a deal breaker for them in terms of blending. Now, don't forget that this is on Ranger paper, all right? So this is smooth. It might work better on more keyed paper, but I don't mind telling you that that so far is not that bad. Okay, not that bad at all. Not mad about it. Here you are, look. Not mad at all. Okay, we're going to go over to barrels don't match. Now this isn't all the barrels, but these are probably the worst culprits, I think. There are a lot of greens, because even I was surprised about some of these greens. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to swatch them out here Okay, there. I'm just going to do it and just go for it. And you'll see the issue. Ooh. Some of these colours are absolutely delish. So it's certainly not a criticism against the colours themselves. It is literally just the barrel doesn't match the colour. I mean, the worst is one of the greens, I think. Okay, let's go with this one. It's not too bad. Some of them on reflection aren't as bad. That one's insane. It's not too bad. Could probably get rid of some of these for not being as bad as I once thought, but I'll just swatch them anyway. Okay, cool. I'll pick out the worst, I think, the worst of them all. Yeah, okay, so I think the worst of them all is this one. It says this one. I mean, look how out of balance this one is. That one, this one for sure. I mean, could you get more away from the green? Insane. That one's actually not too bad, so I'm going to put that one aside. This one is insane. Like, on what planet is that colour that green? This one, I wouldn't say it's that bad, so we will put it to one side. Let's look at this one. Yeah, no, unacceptable. That one's not too bad. It's like almost like a, if you can imagine using that colour and then putting water with it, that's kind of how it feels. It does feel it's in a similar hue, it's just more concentrated on there. That's just the way I feel. Again, the same with that. I can't really see the colour in that. Again, with that, if you put water with this colour, I still feel that you would get somewhat close to it. Yeah, no, I can't take that seriously. I cannot take this one seriously. I cannot take that one seriously at all. Definitely not, and definitely not. So I feel that the worst culprits are those. But like, they are beautiful colours, but this is an issue. This is an issue because I might be looking for this colour, but would not pick up this colour for that colour. Does that make sense? And certainly with this one, that one's insane. Look at that. This looks like a bitch basic green. This is like someone I would want to be friends with. And it's like, what? Yeah, but this is why would you colour the barrels, you know, if you can't match them as perfect. Like with these ones, I've let go. And the reason is because I can see that they do represent the tone of colour. But if I was in my head, I was like, if I added water to that, would it make that colour? And I'm like, yeah. So it's somewhat in the vicinity, but these, they're in another bloody country. Right, let's go to the next, which is samesies. Now, a lot of sets do this. Now, first of all, you think that these would be the same on the barrel, and I'll be honest, they absolutely, look at that. You know, oh, you got a bit of it. Yeah, see, exactly the same. Same. Like, they're different numbers. Let me just double check that they are. Yeah, so they're literally side by side. So this one's 76. This one is 70. Hang on a minute. No, this one's 77. Sorry. Oops. This one is 76. Exactly the same. Literally. Exactly, and that's a problem because you're paying for 120 pencils, aren't you? You should be getting 120 pencils, but we're at 119 so far. Actually, there's been quite a few samesies. Purples are probably the worst, but they always are, to be honest. Some of the greens, you've got two greens. Here you are, two greens there. You got probably oranges. I mean, these three, or these two, certainly. Do you see what I mean? This is also samesies. So this one, this is 66. This one is is 101. So they're completely different in numbers and everything. But but look, the barrels don't even match the colours. Isn't that weird? So there's those, samesies. And then the colours I love, right? My love. One of the ones I wanted to show you specifically was, where are you? Mine and Pat's colour. Where are you? This one, I think it was. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's that one. So this one is 1049. Okay, now let me get the proper one. Okay. Where are you? Here, you're there. Okay, so this is the colour, mine and Pat's colour. And it is a Fabrique Castell and it's green grey. So this one's slightly darker. So, but it's within the same family though, isn't it? But that is slightly darker, but I do feel that they go really well together. In my head though, it's quite extraordinary what my head does when I haven't seen a colour for a minute, you know? Like these neon pinks, oh, nice. This is tree for me. This is totes tree vibes, as is, I think all these, oh, so we've got a bit of wood here. Tree vibes, tonally, they're beautiful and they will work so well together for tree vibes. This one actually is more like a fleshy tone, and that would be great for skies. So I'm loving that one for a sky. Some of these blues, I've got a lot of blues, lots of greens. So let's try some blues. I think it's a fantastic look at that. Look how pigmented that is. Isn't that insane? Love that. And again, I'm obsessed with lilac. This is more of a lilac, isn't it? Not a lavender, but a lilac. And that's beautiful. But the issue is, again, the barrel doesn't match this. And that's what that is. What else do we have? Let's pick up some of these lush. Again, tree vibe. Love a tree vibe there. And you've got the similar tones. So you'll find, like, with what I've done, my tones are somewhat similar. You know, that's very much almost like a charcoal, tinted charcoal. You know, the ones I don't like. So, again, grabbing the tones in different, that would be good. Nice. Love them together. More blues. So these are like, oh, see, that is very akin to that, isn't it? Wow. See that? How on earth? Well, yeah, I can see it now, I suppose, but that one's close to that one. Interesting. I'm really into these. Look at that. I'm really into that green right now. I don't know where it's come from. It's like come out of nowhere. Again, the barrel. Somewhat close. No, it's not close at all, is it really? I'm just trying to put lipstick on a pig. These colours are just delicious. Love. See, these particular three, oh, I don't know what it is. I've got so many clothes now. I've actually got a cardigan in it. My mother-in-law's knitting me a jumper for my birthday, and it's in that type of greens. That's quite a bitch basic blue now that I've swatched it again. Again, that one's fairly similar. It's more cool, this one though. I'm just thinking about skies, you know. Oh, a violet. You know I love a violet. This, how pigmented is that? Oh, delicious. Love. Yeah, see, samesies. See what I mean? I think that's where the samesies came in. Let's have a look. This is a type of violet as well, but maybe a darker one. Nope, I would say it's two samesies for me. Let's see what this one's for. Oh, hello. Nice. Again, there's a theme with them. So obviously me picking them out and not thinking what I'm picking. I think that's too cool a grey. I was obviously a different person this afternoon when I picked these. That one's nice. That one's a warmer grey. I think, what was this one? That one's a blue, so that's like a midnight blue, that one. Like an indigo blue. Love. What one is this one? Oh, this is a green. Yeah, nice. Dirty green. And on that white, it really works. Love that. Look at those marks. Love. And what's this one? I think it might be a grey. Oh no, it's another green. Oh, that one's lovely. I'm going to keep those out because I really think that would make a good piece. And I think we could do that together with these, make a piece together. I want to test them also, how they play with other mediums, whether they play nice or not with them. So let's do that and then create something fabulous. Okay, we have our experimental pencils. We also have a couple more that's just landed. So one moment, let me go and get my sharpener. Just my pot with sharpness in it. I have kept my favourites in this pot. I'm going to do sort of like a carryover of probably some still life, maybe do. Before we get on to that, I need to flip to the back actually, do ready for some swatcheroonies because we do have more. These are the watercolour versions of these pencils. These were gifted to me by a friend for this video actually. I think for this video I'm not necessarily going to concentrate specifically on brands, but I will be kind of making it clear that it doesn't really matter, I don't think, somewhat. The quality is obviously, we want quality products, quality pencils certainly, but it doesn't always matter if you don't like start off that way or you don't create on a daily that way, okay? Because it doesn't actually matter. I'm so surprised by the quality of these. They were £30, I bought them for 15, fantastic. These are watercolour version of them, see what they're like. I also have this, which is, oh, fallen apart, which is like, you've got a graphite set, pencil set, and you've also got another version of the same brand. Now, I don't know whether they're water. I don't think they are, but we're going to try this little set out as well. Lastly, we have this, which is from the same place, but another type of watercolour pencil. Again, they were very reasonable. These ones, I think were like, how much were they? A few pounds. This was like £6. This was, I think, even less than that. And those were also fairly cheap as well. Let's do this. I'm not gonna, so which one's this one? They don't have names on the barrels, so you can imagine therefore how cheap they are. There's a sign of cheapness, I think, that when you don't have ooh, I think that was somewhat compromised with another colour. Oops. Okay, let's try a red, shall we? We'll see if they mix. Are they going down pretty okay? This is a, I think it's an art creation. I think it's an arts creation book, this one. Yeah. Royal Talents Art Creations. They're going down fairly alright. Not opaque. I wouldn't say they are like premium opaque, but they are going down alright. Oh, I've mixed them in. Well, there's that, answered that question then. Do they mix? Yes, they do. Quite well, actually. Let's go for a green. Let's go for a green. Oh, I do like a green like that. Okay, so this isn't opaque, and the reason that you can see all the scratchy marks, I don't mind. That is very much my vibe, but it's not for everyone. But I think, do you know, not too bad. They all come up. A lot of the marks do come up. And as I said, they do mix really, really well. Oh yeah, nice colour. Well, they're great. See what I mean? You don't need to always go for like the most expensive pencils. You know, these perform fairly well. Do they perform like the best? I think the thing is, watercolour pencils, it is wise to invest in a watercolour pencil. But would I use these sort of for every day? Yeah, I would. So if I wet them, they don't perform the best when on wet or whilst wet. Sometimes I like to do that. It's not advised though that you do that because it does ruin the barrel and all sorts. But yes, these are fairly weak in comparison to a lot that I have, but are they good for what they are? Yeah, marvellous. Let's go for a black. Black's always quite telling, isn't it? I always find. See, that's gone down fairly opaque. Love that. Really, really nice. That's always a good sign when it goes down. Okay, really get it in there first. Yeah, not bad. I mean, yeah, as a watercolour pencil, they are fairly weak, but, you know, when you consider they're, what, £6, if that. Brilliant. Just to put in your bag, sketch with them whilst you're out and about, just observing life. Fantastic. £6. I mean, can't ask for better. Let's move on then to the last lot. Do we have, no, that's okay. This is a different brand. Ooh, let's swatch these ones out proper. There's not a lot of them, so it won't take us too long to do it. I love cheap and cheerful art materials, especially ones that just perform exceptionally, you know, against all the odds. Like having this kind of hobby, if it is indeed your hobby, oh, so expensive. What an expensive hobby to have. And I always think any kind of arts and crafts hobbies are just extremely expensive. Where we can save money whilst practicing our craft, I'm there. I'm a real advocate for it. These are performing better, I think, pigment wise as you lay them down than these. That's what I have to say about them so far. They're not as, oh, come here. They're not opaque, I would say. They have like this sort of scritchiness, see-through type vibe to them. That might be something you love inherently in your work. And if so, these bad boys are totes for you. I mean, they're not like cheap. They're not giving me like Crayola cheap, you know. But they are certainly by no means premium. Oh, now that is nice. Oh, that's nice. I love a blue. Love a blue. So no barrel names. Do you know what? I found a really, this is violet, right? So violet was actually quite a controversial colour I found out the other day during the Renaissance period. Certainly with like Claude Monet was using violet a lot. It was one of those colours that was very hard to come by, and once it started getting distributed in tubes and things, Claude Monet and other artists of his time were just obsessed with it, absolutely obsessed with putting in it everything, literally everything. They could see it everywhere, and he predicted actually that every artist would be using violet in all manner of ways, but at the time it was so controversial because people just would not accept his kind of post-expressional approach, certainly with all these vivid colours just going mental, right? Violet being one of them. He would put it in the skies, it would be in the ground, it would be in water, you know, there was all manner of places he would put it, and he would actually get booed. His work would get fists, you know, people at the gallery windows like, how dare you, you know, honestly couldn't believe it. But he was right. It is certainly a very much appreciated colour, certainly this household. I think my brush is dirty. I apologise, it's because I've been using the art graft, and we know how pigmented that bad boy is. But first impressions, looking good, looking good. They're a bit more pigmented when wet, I think. Or I don't know, actually that red is a bit weak. But you know, for the price though, guys, this is what we have to remember, right? Would never pit these against like your Faber-Castells or your Luminance or your Holbein. I would never pit them. It would just be an unfair fight, wouldn't it? So I'm not thinking about those brands whilst playing with these. I'm thinking about a cheap, cost-effective way for us to practice our craft and not feel guilty about it. And I'm all up for a cheap alternative. This set does come with those horrible cheap brushes. I mean, this one's actually got a big blob of glue left on it. That's gross. It's not even like she needs a bit of a haircut. Look how wonky her fringe is. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. Right, now this set is literally all over the place. So we have pencils. There are 3 pencils. I think they are hard, medium and soft. Okay, well that's fine then. Sharpener. Oh, I'm gonna try that sharpener out, see if it can join the little family. 8B, 6B, 2H, 3B, HB. Right, so all the H's I will give to my nephews. I love really soft lead. Okay, so we'll just swatch these out a bit. So let's go for the HB. Your bitch basic, as expected, uneventful. 2H. Oh, could you feel that scratchiness? Let's go for a B. Yep. Let's go for a 2B again. Okay. Let's go for a 3B. Right, yeah. They can all go to my nephews, as with the paintbrush. Now let's go for 4B. Nice. Let's go for a 6B. Oh, let's go down here. Oh, it's just because I've wet the paper. 8B. Oh, I love an 8B. Right. Now, I don't know what these are. Soft, medium, hard. Oh, do you know what? I know what they are. Charcoal. These are charcoal pencils. Oh, how delightful. How delightful. Shall we, yeah, let's. Actually, we'll try our little thing out. Look how tiny it is. Oh, Jesus. Okay, that's so tiny. I'm going to have to put it in a bit of a bigger one. Oh my God, that is so cute. Right, which one's this one? Medium. So this is soft. Oh, that's a nice. Let's go for medium. Okay, and then we've got hard here. Oh, hard can definitely go to them. As can actually medium. We'll keep a soft. Right. I've got stuff everywhere. Okay. Oh no, absolutely not. See, now this is what I mean about having a cheap. I mean, it was 6. No, not even I can appreciate them. I don't appreciate anything about these. Absolutely no. I don't know why I'm still using them. Look, no. So no, they can go to my nephews. They will love them. And I am going to keep this little box. Okay, so we've got that out the way. I want to create something with my newfound stuff though. Certainly, I'm going to pick these. Probably the best are these ones. These are called premium. They're the premium range of all of these. This is obviously the watercolor version. These aren't the premium version of this type of brand. I don't think. They do look similar, so I wouldn't be surprised if they are. So let's dry up, clean up. Okay, now what I normally would do at this point is test the pencils against other materials, but I'm not really concerned about that right now because they're just cheap and cheerful, and I think it would be unfair to pit them against that right now. I probably won't end up doing it in this video. I just don't see the point. If I was working with a more substantial premium grade pencil, then I would obviously pull out all the stops, because if you are investing, say, 150 to 250 pounds on a set of pencils, you want to make sure that those things can go on literally everything. These, not so much. So we're not going to be doing that, but we are going to be doing that. Rude. So we are going to be doing like a little exercise. So let's go with a base colour then. And we'll go with this colour. I'll just get the initial shape in. Can you see me? Brilliant, brilliant. No, it's not going to be perfect, okay? If you want perfection, you've come to the wrong channel. So just let's just know that. What we do here is just play, and if it doesn't make us feel like we're having fun, we usually just abandon it by the side of the road. Don't we, guys? Plus there's nothing better than an oddly shaped fruit. Right, cool, we've got that in. Get a bit of red in. They're doing all right. Layering, oh, I don't know. Jury might be out on that. I colour in very hard, like I use my pencils, like, you know, like they've done me wrong. It's just the way I am. I'm kind of like that in life really as well, so no surprise. Sorry, that's my... Right, Winnie. Sorry, he's just doing my head in today. We need a darker... Now, do they layer? That's what I want to know. Layerage. Am I making sure the colours are matchy-matchy? No. I'm just kind of going, do they resemble somewhat? Yeah, they do. I don't know. I wouldn't... Would I say that's layering? I don't think so. I wouldn't say so, no. No. No, I wouldn't. Right, let's go for a bit of this in there then, shall we? But yeah, these aren't too bad. I don't know, like... Obviously I have better quality. But, see, I was going to like an art class, and I knew that I was maybe going to be up against some sort of really experimental stuff. Then these are just great for that, you know, brilliant, love it. Now, I don't have an orange. I do, well, I should do, but again, these were the ones I picked out, the ones that I loved the most. I need a glove or something. My hands get so dry of late, right? What that happens is they go like soft and dry, the worst combination. Certainly when you're trying to sort of do stuff like this, you're like, oh no. Oh no. Okay, let's go in with a green. This seems quite like an obnoxious green. Perfect. Perfect green. Get that in there. See, doesn't that look more interesting than if I was to do it like perfect? I can hear some of you screaming down the thingamabob going, no, no. Yeah, I hear you, buddy. I hear you. Okay, let's do a darker green. Yeah, wicked. When you layer them, they do scratch. They've got this scritchiness to them. Yeah. Yeah, they have a sort of scritchy to them. Right, let's go for a darker, dark, go in with dark. I don't know if I was saying something to you there. If I was, I apologise. I just got kind of caught up with this. Oh dear. My husband's away at the moment, so I'm just catching up on so much film, not without his distractions. Obviously I would much prefer him home, don't get me wrong. I'm not very good when he's away. Wicked. I'm really liking this, to be fair. I'm going to put in a purple just to get those chunky, those darker tones out, certainly from the bottom. Because I think it gives it a bit of interest, doesn't it? Layering up some colours. This is probably my favourite bit now, where what I would do is just go in and you know, just make things pop. Do you know what I mean? Just make things pop a bit. Bring things to life. I want to put an orange in there. There we go. What's this one? This one I think is a good one. Oh, that one looks nice, layered up. These are actually layering, actually not too bad, to be fair. I'm not annoyed at it, is what I'm saying. Let's put a get some of those definition in there. Oh, that's a nice one, isn't it? Ooh. See, that's layering quite nicely actually. I'm going to keep it as my floating fruit, so I'm not going to do sort of shadows or out. I'm not really bothered about that, but by all means, if you wanted to plant it, then do, if you're drawing along with me, of course. If you're not and you're just watching me whilst cooking for your family, then fine. Oh, I remember doing stuff like this. It really bloody hurts the old wrist-a-rooney. Pull that back a bit. Pull that back a bit. Wicked. And you, and you. Wicked. I really like that. I'm going to keep it there. What we're going to call this? I want to call it cheap fruit. I love it. Yep, like that. Cheap fruit. What's the date? It is Wednesday, the 13th of March, 2024. I know. I love cheap pencils, love cheap art materials in general for all the reasons I've mentioned throughout this video. Cost-effective ways to practice, have fun, get your mind off stuff. There's nothing worse than needing all these things creatively and spending an absolute fortune on getting there. I just hate that feeling, you know, you're just like so conscious of your art materials. To be fair, I'm not as bad as I used to be. I think I still am with the Sennelier because they go down fast. I could probably get through, say, 8 bars or 8 sticks of it in one piece. And when you're talking like £6 to replace just one of them, I do get a bit like about that. But other than that, I'm pretty good. I use my quality stuff. But if there's a way that I can still practice and have fun without using the quality as much, I'm here for it. I'm probably going to invest in some Peebo inks as well. Apparently they're quite good, like watercolor inks. Very cost effective, very, very cheap. I'll probably get a few, maybe a set of primary and see how that is. See how I fare with that. We'll have a bit of a swatcheroony, bit of a mix up. As for what's coming next in terms of art materials, I have got a neon situation coming up because I'm going to concentrate on neon colours for the summer. Love them. I'm going to concentrate on them. I'm also going to stick with pastels. So I'm looking at pastel paints. I did the live. I think it was Laura, someone on the live. So my memory is terrible. I apologise. But was advised me to go and look at Golden, and they do a pastel tinted range. I do know that Holbein do, I think it's either pastel watercolour or pastel gouache. So I'll probably get a couple of samples of those. And so there's the kind of videos that will be coming up in the coming weeks. Very excited about that. But as for the live, went very well. Went very, very well. And I also managed to get this Fridays out. Next week, I might not be doing a live, I'm not sure. But basically what I have planned in my head is basically alternate weeks. I've put a sort of a semi-vote to patrons. Let's see what they come back with, what we can hash out. But ultimately, doing it alternated weeks would be beneficial to me. It means, therefore, that the YouTube videos, the edited vlog style whatever YouTube videos on the Friday will be far more practical, you know, because I'm being practical all week, usually for a workshop, either for personal stuff, and then YouTube I'm kind of left a bit dry. So I think that will definitely help with that, the practicality, the more experimental side that I know people are missing. So yeah, I'm thinking about alternating the live and the edited video, both on a Friday, if that suits. I don't know, both on a Friday. If we're happy with the Wednesday, if everyone's schedule is good for a Wednesday. I have to bear in mind that I do need Sophie's help for the live, or some of them at least, certainly when I'm doing the big one, because I can't multitask like that. Obviously. So I want to make sure that everyone's being kind of engaged with. Now, if I was on just doing a draw with me session or a paint with me session, then I could probably do it on my own. So I have to keep, you know, make sure that Sophie's able or available. So what do we think about that? Comments down below. I have put it to patrons, but do you know what? More the merrier. The reason I am being so thoughtful about this is because I am conscious that my channel is still very new, still very bambino, and it is a form of income for me, or I want it to be. Right now it's not really hitting income I need. But the idea of investing in my channel and being very thoughtful about the way in which I do it, that my subscribers love and want to see each week, with what I can actually manage, and also not being penalised by YouTube for chuffing up the schedule, you know, I do envisage this being somewhat of an income for me. So I do need to be very cautious, very thoughtful. But I need to be realistic with what I can actually achieve. How do we feel? Let me know in the comments below. That would be great. Oh, Patreon and Sketchbook Party will not be affected, though their videos will be alternate anyway. So if you are patroners, I will see you, I'll see you Sunday. We're going to be finishing off a load of work. We're going to be getting it to the framers, so I'm delighted about that. And yeah. Old projects. We'll say old projects. They're not old projects. This is ongoing projects, but I do like it when I have you about to finish work. So it will be a paint with me session. Any work that you need finishing, bring it along. We'll do it together. Okay. I'll speak to you later, guys. Bye. Mwah!